Hello everyone, I'm Metis Balaska and welcome to the stream. So then, we are getting back into Persona 4 Arena. Yes, we are finally doing it. And we'll probably be finishing the Persona 4 story today. We'll see how that goes. I don't remember how long the story is, but if we are, we will jump right into the P3 story. So yeah, let us get right to it. And we're fighting Shadow Igus. Who did I pick? We're going sisters.
Finally!
You have a strong heart. You need to move.
You're in trouble now.
Congratulations. That was a superior performance.
Bye-bye. The fake Iga-san begins to melt away. As everyone runs towards Mitsuru-san, I think about what the fake Iga-san said. I would have thought you could understand my master, Sho Minazuki's desire for solitude. What I sense from Sho... Hey, Ayumu, welcome to the stream. How's your day? What I sensed from Sho when I met him was an intense, insane hatred for everything in this world. What could have pushed him so far that he decided to pursue an outrageous goal like destroying the world?
Mitsuru-san!
Where am I? Labrys, you came.
Mitsuru-san, are you all right?
Yes. But aren't you all a bit too close?
Mitsuru-san comes to, and we all look into her face. She seems pretty exhausted, but she does appear to be fully conscious. Apathy took over, yikes. Well, I hope you can relax.
I'm so glad. I'm sorry I'm late. Jeez, look how beat up you are.
Thank you, Labrys. Narukami, I thank you and your friends as well. But first, I must apologize. I said I would guarantee your security, but see how that turned out. We had almost identified the culprit, but...
What are you saying? You don't have to apologize now. Nobody cares.
I just remembered. I forgot to plug in my phone, and I want to make sure it's charged. While we wait for Mitsuru-san to recover, we share what we learned so far with her. About this town, about Sho and Minazuki, and about her plan their plan to call something terrible down. Her Jesus.
Sho Minazuki, huh? How ironic that he would mimic his father's actions.
All right. According to Naoto's account, when she and Labrys met Minazuki for the first time, Minazuki called the Shadow Operatives the ones who killed Sho's father. Going by what Mitsuru-san just said, I'd say she knows something about who Sho is. Maybe she can give us the missing piece of the puzzle to crack this case. That is, apart from the mystery of who or what Sho is trying to summon.
I see. Shuji Ikutsuki was his...
Mitsuru-san slowly closes her eyes and nods at Naoto's murmurings. Shuji Ikutsuki, is that the name of Sho's father?
The Kirijo group once had a branch specializing in shadow research. It was the Kirijo Ergonomics Research Laboratory, Ergo Research for short. My grandfather, Koetsu Kirijo, provided Ergo Research with a vast budget to perform various experiments over many years. Experiments like Labras and Igus, anti-shadow suppression weapons with humanoid bodies that harbor personas, as well as countless inhumane experiments, such as creating artificial persona users through suppressants.
Mitsuru's expression grows even sterner. The damage that the Kirijo group left behind, so their cursed legacy is why the damage that the Kirijo group left behind, so their cursed legacy is why Mitsuru-san and her shadow operatives are so devoted to their duty of exterminating shadows. That read weird to me for a while.
Sho Minazuki. His name was recorded in the Ergo Research Archives as the youngest test subject. Shuji Ikutsuki was the researcher of record. Afterwards, Ergo Research was dissolved in an explosive accident, burying their research. But in the confusion, Ikutsuki saved some of it.
And that included Sho Minazuki.
Yes, there's more to the story, but I've confirmed this much in what we've deciphered thus far of Ikutsuki's personnel file. Sho Minazuki seems to have been Ikutsuki's favorite test subject.
Test subject? But he's a person! How could he do such a horrible thing?
The Kirijo group of the time was an evil place, suffused with his arrogance.
Yeah, Mitsuru's granddad was kind of an ass.
It isn't hard to imagine how he was treated with Ikutsuki in charge. Minazuki was raised in a solitary environment, never interacting with anyone.
I mean, we saw what happened and when whatchamacallit. We saw what happened with Labras in the previous story mode.
I suspect his experiences from that time greatly affected the development of Minazuki's current personality.
For the first time, Mitsuru seemed genuinely distressed. There's a lot on her shoulders. She wants to put an end to the scars on history. The scars on history that the monsters of the Kirijo group have left in their generation. But she's not alone. I'm sure Mitsuru-san's companions will keep supporting her, keep sharing in her burden as they walk alongside her.
Hey, Mitsuru-san. These experiments they did on Sho, were they really related to the Plume of Dusk?
That's correct. The central thrust of the experiment was to embed a plume of dusk into Minazuki.
No way! So that's what the Minazuki personality is?
Just as Labras and Naoto had thought, a plume of dust was implanted in Sho's body, which seems like it gave birth to a new self within him. That's one mystery down, though it's not hard to imagine how cruel Shuji Ikutsuki's experiments were, since he didn't care at all about what was sacrificed for them. The thought must have been reminding Labras of her own past, since I noticed her meekly lowering her gaze. Yosuke hastily speaks up to lighten the mood.
Can I ask you something? Do you have any details about whatever it is he's trying to summon?
No, I know nothing about that. But if it's similar to what we encountered at Tartarus, it's nothing welcome.
That was only to be expected, since Sho's desire is to destroy the world.
As we all share in a sinking feeling from that ominous prediction, a familiar voice echoes in everyone's mind. It's a persona communication.
Senpai, I finally got a hold of you. I'm so glad you're safe.
Voice. Rise! you're all right.
Mitsuru-senpai, are you okay? I was worried, you know.
Is that you, Yukari? You came. I'm sorry, but no. Thank you. You're always such a help to me.
I'm fine too. Kikuno-san has evacuated to safety as well.
Yamagishi, thank goodness. It seems I've also put you in danger.
After we finish confirming that we're okay, Rise raises her voice, as if remembering something. Since we have no volume control on the Persona comm, everyone flinches a little at once.
Oh, I forgot to connect you to Kanji and the others. Senpai, Teddy and Igus are safe too. Just a sec, I'll put you in contact with them.
She forgot something that important. After some time, we hear the familiar voices echoing in our mind and again.
Yukiko? Is that you? I'm so glad. Kanji-kun and Teddy are fine too. What about you, Chie? Are you hurt?
No, I'm okay. I got a few scratches, but it's no big deal.
Huh? Are you sure you're okay?
Yo, senpai! Sorry we're late.
Sensei!
Good lord.
Ah, ugh. Damn it, Teddy! I told you to quit rubbing your runny nose on me.
They never change. Even in a situation where we can't communicate properly, the rest of them are still in our thoughts. Because we all believed in each other, we are all gathered here now without anyone telling us to do so. That's when I recall what the fake Iga-san said to Labras. I would have thought that you could understand my master, Sho Minazuki's desire for solitude. If what Mitsuru-san told us about Sho was right, then not only did he never meet anyone who could understand his burden of solitude, he never even had the chance to form a relationship with anyone. So in that respect, there's not much separating Sho from us. Even when one person, if even one person had reached out to him, couldn't he have had a chance to change too?
Sister, you came to rescue us. Thank you. I'm all right.
Igus! Whew. I was really worried about you.
Man, it's getting crowded here. You guys really know who's who?
You're the only one who doesn't, Junpei-san. Well, there are a few I haven't personally met yet either.
It seems everyone's all right. You have the devil's luck.
After both our investigation team and Mitsuru-san's shadow operatives are done being relieved that the others are safe, we have a big round of introductions. But the more I learn about them, the stranger their group seems. A costume hero, a baseball coach, a middle school student, and a dog? You got a friggin' shadow in your group. Don't even. It's really surprising to see how many other Persona users to see so many other Persona users, but these ones are, well, unique.
Quite a spirited crowd. But don't let your guard down yet. The battle isn't over.
Mitsuru-san smiles upon saying so. It hasn't been long since we met Mitsuru-san and her people, but I can tell just by overhearing their exchanges that they're bound by a strong trust, just like we are. With the battles behind us for now, everyone naturally starts having a friendly chat. I decide to take the opportunity to bring up what I was just thinking about with Mitsuru-san.
Son, I'd like to talk to you about Sho.
You wish to save him yourself. Is that what you were about to say?
Huh?
It's written all over your face. It would hardly be a surprise to hear you say it. There are many things to sympathize with regarding Minazuki's past. He too is a victim of the Kirijo group's dark side. Still, that does not give him license to endanger the world or hurt people. It doesn't change the fact that he is an enemy who must be defeated. Yet, you still wish to save him, correct?
Yes.
If Sho wished for the world's destruction because of the solitude forced upon him, then we know how to save him from that. Mitsuru-san lets me finish, then fixes me with a solemn gaze.
Things must be settled with Minazuki. We should brace ourselves.
Right, we can't lose this one.
Indeed, it's true that our enemy is powerful, but no matter how far apart we are, if we keep believing in each other, we'll always come back together. And that gives us great strength.
Another earthquake!
Uh-oh. Isn't it getting stronger?
Huh? This is... Careful, everyone. It stinks of shadows.
What?
Everyone instantly tenses up. The relaxed mood is shattered, and Rise raises her voice as if bracing herself.
This can't be.
What's wrong, Kujikawa?
It's shadows. Countless shadows are gathering at this tower. What? I'm picking up shadow readings. 20, 30. They keep coming. We can't stop them. The shadows are passing through here. It looks like they're heading to the top of the tower. Wait,
What's wrong, Rise?
is this? The shadows that were already at the top are merging together.
Shadows are merging together? Something tells me the summoning that Shaw mentioned has already begun, and a quick glance around tells me everyone else is thinking the same thing. Actually, I need to change something quickly. I need to change this because this isn't a blind playthrough. Not yet, anyway. When I look down from the edge of the tower, the horde of shadows has already swallowed the ground and is now trying to cover this tower. This is bad. Rise's group is still near the tower's base, and Kanji's group is somewhere around the middle. At this rate, it's only a matter of time before the shadows reach them. What do I do? Should I call them here at once, or should I head down? To them? But if we do that, then we can't do anything about the summoning that's going to happen any minute.
You have to go, Senpai. We'll hold things here.
Huh?
What are you surprised for? Of course we'd say that. You're the ones closest to the top.
You're right. Mitsuru, this is no time to fool around. Leave this to us so you can get to the roof.
Yeah, they'll be fine.
What? But
Mitsuru Senpai, you can't lose focus. Don't worry, we're pretty tough.
Yukari,
Yeah, just give Mitsuru 5 minutes and she'll be tip-top shape and able to take those things out instantly.
All right. It's a bit lonely here, but I'll do my best for your sake, Sensei.
Teddy.
Go, young man. There's no time to be indecisive. The bases are loaded, so go out swinging.
You're 2 years older.
Junpei.
Mitsuru-san raised her head and looks at us. Her expression is pure determination. You can see she has made up her mind to trust her companions, and that's that.
All 3 groups, separate and intercept the shadows. Yamagishi, Yukari, Kujikawa. Head to the lower levels. Destroy the enemy, but take caution. Akihiko, work with those on the middle level and block as many shadows as you can. Don't bother giving chase to whatever gets past you. We'll remain here and intercept the shadows as Narukami advances to the highest point of the tower.
Me?
You're the least injured of us all, and considering your skill, you're the most logical choice to send.
You also happen to be the main character of the story, so...
Please go, Senpai. We'll protect this place.
Yeah! I'm getting psyched. Go on ahead, Yukun.
Go get him, partner. Make sure you pull this off for our sake.
I'm counting on you, Yukun. You can't let Sho get his way. Go put an end to this.
With that, all of us here, and probably the ones still on the lower and middle levels, not at once. Everyone gives me a supportive push, and I take a step forward.
You understand, right? Don't do anything reckless. And
I understand. I'll come back. If I can't do it, then I'll ask for help.
I kind of love.
Raining on your friends after all.
I kind of love how they didn't change back to the scene of the background, and they changed it with they just like kept it on this graphic with the shadows, so like it looks like the shadows are already here.
No matter how many times I fail or make mistakes, I can do anything with them. I won't give up.
I knew someone once who I suspect thought the same way.
For an instant, Mitsuru-san's eyes are hazy, thinking about something or someone else. But the moment passes, and at once her steely eyes are turned to the countless shadows surrounding us by climbing the tower's outer wall.
Clear a path for Narukami. Is everyone in place?
Yeah!
Yes. Of course.
Leave it to us.
Mitsuru gives the order, and everyone readies themselves to move. The shadows appearing one after another seem intent on completely swarming the stairs I'm on my way to now.
Once we get the signal, everyone attack. Here goes. 1, 2.
On Fukasan and Risei's signal, everyone dashes towards the whirling torrent of shadows. They form powerful shockwaves that come together, pushing back the limitless mass of shadows, mowing them down. A path clears in the center of the black wave, and I run towards it as fast as my legs will carry me.
We're all counting on you.
It's not just everyone in the investigation team. Right now, the hopes of Mitsuru-san's shadow operatives are pinned on me too. I can't waste the opportunity they gave me. There's no time to hesitate. Wait for me, everyone. Before the battle. I mean, only place to go, right? When I come to, I'm surrounded by blue. I'm seated in the usual place, in the usual room. Why did they summon me now? Actually, it's probably because of my situation that they summoned me. There's no need to be impatient. I already know that this place exists outside of time.
You seem surprisingly calm. Your third ordeal has arrived. Do you think you can overcome it?
Did I say impatient or impatient? I don't answer. Whether I can do it or not isn't the question. I have to do it. As if seeing my determination, Margaret gives me a satisfied smile.
I see. Your mind is already made up. And that's a fitting answer for you.
What is Sho trying to summon? How is he going to use the persona fragments?
Just as I'm about to ask her to tell me if she knows, Margaret cuts me off.
All I can do is watch over your journey. What is happening in your town must be ascertained with your own eyes.
Honestly, I knew she'd say that. I can only shake my head and smile. Instead, I decide to ask something that's been bothering me all this time.
Is Marie all right?
Marie is fighting desperately right now. Calamities in your town directly affect her. Your actions will decide the girl's fate.
Just as I thought. She seemed so weak when I saw her because the abnormalities in this town are affecting her. Looks like I've got one more thing to fight for.
One last thing. The young man who rejects everything and wishes to destroy the world? You hold the key to his salvation, depending on what you choose. you may be able to awaken him as an official guest.
Show as a guest? What's that supposed to mean? Just as I'm about to ask, the scenery distorts and becomes hazy. When I come to again, I'm by myself, standing about halfway up the stair to the top of the tower. I'm sorry, we appear to have stepped into Blaze Blue. The long stairway finally comes to an end, and I step up into the arena at the top of the tower. Strange patterns are inscribed into the floor, and all around me at regular intervals are these three pillars. This was carefully arranged, much different from the distorted places we've seen up to now. Up above, a large vortex glows ominously, swallowing the countless shadows gathered there. And directly underneath is a giant crystal of some kind. Whatever that shining emerald thing is, it's floating in midair. And there, right beside it, Sho and Adachi-san. I can't help but tense up, but on closer inspection, Adachi-san is on one knee, like he's kneeling before Sho. Huh? What's happening? Neither Sho nor Adachi has noticed me. That should be have noticed me. I hide behind the pillars and slowly get close enough to make out their voices.
Bastard, what are you thinking? You know how important this thing is. Are you trying to ruin my plan?
Important thing? Plan? That must mean the floating object over there is all the persona fragments they took from us. Yeesh, Sho was just looking down on Adachi until all of a sudden he kicked up at his body. Adachi-san's knocked back from the direct hit, and he gives a pained groan. What in the world is going on here?
That's what I said. I tried to destroy those persona fragments by striking when I saw the chance. You worthless rat. I knew you weren't worth shit. But to think you were biding your time for this. Well...
Did I hear that right? Adachi-san wasn't Sho's accomplice. He tried to catch Sho off guard to destroy the crystal? Then Adachi-san was trying to prevent Sho's plan from the very beginning.
You asked me before. You said, don't you hate this world too? Huh? That's right. Well, you were just trash I was gonna use from the start. Once everything was ready and I cut up the rest of them, I was gonna kill you slow. Still, I at least gave you the chance to have some fun, you piece of shit. I was gonna let your crap slide until I showed you the end of the world you never got to achieve. Why not? Right? Don't think we're the same, you little brat. What? What was that? You think the whole world hates you just because someone didn't treat you right. You're nothing but a little kid throwing a tantrum. No, I seriously hate this world. Don't put me in the same shoes as a half-assed brat like you. Please. You're so finished, you bastard. I'll kill you just like you want. Sure, I'm lame. Whatever. But you don't know yet, do you? Those guys don't play around. You better be prepared. Die, you piece of shit.
Sho grabs Adachi by his collar and points his sword at the detective. I bided my time long enough. I was hoping for a better opening, but I'm rushing now.
Stop it, Sho!
Sho glares at me while breathing heavily. There's nothing but hate in his stare.
Oh, you're early. Way to ruin the moment.
Is Adachi-san safe? I glance to check on him and feel a slight bit of relief. He's hurt badly from the beating he took at the hands of an agitated show, but it doesn't seem like him to be life-threatening.
Just to be clear, I didn't do it for you guys. I just wanted to set things right for myself.
I know, you're not that type of person.
Adachi-san came here to honor his promise in his own way. Finding that out was more than enough for me. The load on my chest that has been there all this time is gone, and I actually feel good now.
Such a know-it-all. It's not very attractive.
With that typical bit of sarcasm, Adachi-san falls unconscious. That's when Sho suddenly barks a strange laugh.
What's so funny?
What are you guys getting all desperate for? It's disgusting. It makes me sick. I hate it when people get all goody-goody. I'll destroy everything! Everything! I'll destroy every...
I think he popped the blood vessel. It happened all of a sudden. Like a machine blowing a fuse, Sho's enraged rant stop and he falls silent. His body goes limp, like a marionette whose strings have been cut, but eventually it spasms and stands eerily straight.
He's getting too worked up. It's a bad habit of his. You must be the other one, Minazuki.
I didn't think you would put up this much of a fight. Perhaps I should have killed you back then after all.
Minazuki, you said then that you did all this to grant Sho's wish, but this isn't the way to save him.
And I said that's your perspective on the matter. All I'm here for is to grant this boy's wish.
Do you still not get it? That's not Sho's wish!
Are you delusional? I know the boy. I know of his hatred and his suffering. His father, Shuji Ikutsuki, abandoned this boy. He used the child for his own desires and then discarded him when he was as good as dead.
Shuji Ikutsuki.
This is the world that abandoned him. That's why this boy came to detest everything about this world and wished for it all to disappear.
No, Sho just doesn't know yet. What he's been through isn't all there is to the world. It's not too late.
Silence. I know what I am. I am a shard of one who brings about death. If this boy wishes for the death of all, then I will use my true nature to destroy this world.
That's not it. I can tell Sho's hatred does run deep. Maybe he did wish for everything in this world to just disappear. But that's not what he truly wants deep down. Sho adores the bond between people and yearns for that himself. But because he can't have it and the world doesn't accept him, he's had to live with such dark emotions he has no idea how to deal with. He just doesn't know how to express himself. Minazuki was born from the plume of dusk, so he's just responding to Sho's darker desires. He's fixated on granting Sho's wish to destroy the world. That's not what Sho really needs.
Sho's sake too. I will defeat you.
Very well. Come and fight.
Here we go.
Finally!
I was trying to do an all-out attack and I forgot how to do it. The strike with all my strength behind it, it hits Minozuki, and he hunches over. I take my sword back in hand and swing it with all the power I can bring to bear. Minozuki's knees buckle as he falls to the ground, or so it seems.
What?
Minozuki won't fall. He supports his trembling legs with his own arms, and then keeps glaring at me as he tries to ready his sword again.
Not done yet. Minazuki, why are you trying to grant Sho's wish? A foolish question. I awakened within this boy. It's only natural for me to grant his desires.
So he kept a cool head thus far. Minozuki barks his response at me. He keeps trying to stand, despite his injuries, and all I see is the strong will of someone determined to protect what's important to him. Minozuki, you still don't understand? You're just like us.
Minozuki, you are strong. You don't realize it either. Your strength.
It's found on the strength of your bonds.
On the strength of your bonds. I don't know exactly what you are. Since you were born from a plume of dusk, maybe you really are a shard of one who brings about death. But no matter how you hurt, or how badly you're about to fall, the power that lets you stand up for someone else, that comes from bonds. Impossible. I am this boy's. No one lives alone. You protected Sho and supported him all this time. You should know that by now.
That's right. No one can live by severing ties with other people. If Sho doesn't know how to do that because of the life he's led, then we just have to show him how. I'm sure even Mitsuru-san and the other shadow operatives will accept Sho, just like they did with Labras. It's such a simple thing that even the fake Aga-san figured it out, so there's no way that you can't see this, right, Minozuki?
I see.
What's with this sappy drama?
You're...
Aha! You must be Sho-chan's Minazuki-kun. You're disqualified from the P1 climax. Time for you to make your exit!
Kagutsuchi, you bastard.
Curious.
Kagutsuchi?
For the record, Kagutsuchi is the god of fire in Greek, not Greek mythology, Japanese mythology, Shinto myth. He's basically he's basically he's basically like the Japanese equivalent of Hephaestus, I believe. But unlike he was actually kind of a villainous character, tied to Izanagi.
Did you think I didn't know? Of course I did. I knew from the very beginning about your idea to use the power left inside a Dachi baby to suppress me.
Dachi baby.
So you deduced even that.
Oh, and...
The General Teddy before us. No, this thing that Minazuki called Kagutsuchi gives me a look that to make some unexplainable fear rise in the pit of my stomach.
You, Narukami, you defeated this fool, so you're the champion of the P1 climax. Congratulations! Your prize is your execution.
It happened, and all in the blink of an eye. Minazuki, who should have been behind me, disappeared, and in the next instant, he was closing in on General Teddy. And then the blade he was holding was run through General Teddy's body.
Ow! What do you think you're doing?
What do you intend to do with this boy, Kagutsuchi?
Like, that's how you know it's a god. Get stabbed with a sword, just ow.
What am I going to do? Isn't it obvious? I'm going to kill him. I'll grant that brat you're so fond of what he wants. A world of solitude. But I'll be the only one there. It will be a world all for myself, where only I exist.
Yep. General Teddy's mannerisms change, and he effortlessly hoists up Minozaki, who just pierced him with his blade. The ominous, hate-drenched voice sounds like it's coming from the depths of hell. What in the world is this thing?
This body had reached its limit anyway. It's only a fate made with shadows, after all. It was never meant to support itself for long. Fortunately, a horde of shadows to create a vessel, and persona fragments to control it have been gathered.
What?
Well done, my puppet. It is thanks to you that everything came together so splendidly. All that's left is to fuse that breath with the shadows as a base, and then devour the persona fragments to inhabit my new corporeal form.
Who'd have thought the bad guy was actually a bad guy? Also, I've been putting off the obvious joke. Curse your sudden yet inevitable betrayal.
You, Narukami. I was born when this town was enshrouded in fog. I have quite the connection with all of you.
What?
I pay no heed to others. I am the collective will of those who abandon all connections and strive to live only for themselves. I incinerate everything. I will mob, murder, trample, and cast you humans down into the depths of despair. My name is Hino Kagutsuchi, one who kills all who live in this world.
What called itself Hino Kagutsuchi laughs, and then a scarlet fog, incomparably thicker than before, pours out of General Teddy's body. The fog enters the helpless Minozaki through his eyes, ears, and mouth, and the wounds he sustained during the battle.
Bastard. Show!
As I try to rush over, General Teddy's body, which is now an empty husk, turns to a black chunk of shadow and starts to bubble as it disintegrates. At the same time, what used to be Minozaki turns its evil red gaze towards me.
How I love to hear that cry, you Narukami. What do you think? I had lent this brat my power, but my full presence is a bit different.
You're Kagutsuchi!
It has immense power, far beyond what Sho used when I faced him. My entire body is being crushed by my will, and my joints scream out in pain. Even my lungs are compressed, preventing me from breathing normally.
Don't worry. I won't let you die so quickly. You will live to witness my advent, and will be the first sacrifice to my power.
Well, aren't we a little egotistical?
I won't let you do this!
Your nerve astounds me, but I wouldn't be so sure. Your allies are about to be overwhelmed by the flood of shadows. You all fought so long within this red fog, just as I planned, and you are exhausted to your very souls. You have no hope of defeating me now. My first puppet was quite useful for that purpose. I had directed it at you with the aim of harvesting your personas, but...
You mean Labrys?
Ah, is that what you call it? Had I taken your shadows for my own, their own wills would have made them less obedient than I required.
I learned that in the previous battles. Thus did I prepare this fog and my new scheme to carve away at your personas. Personas are the suppressed strength of heart. Nothing is better suited to suppress the will of shadows than that.
So that's why!
Now is the time for despair. This new form that you have given me. Behold it!
I can take him. The giant shadow that shows itself through the severe quaking and gusts of wind slowly approaches, all while spewing out fluids that look like red, stagnant blood. This is the vessel we ended up giving Hino Kagutsuchi, a giant form made from the fusion of countless shadows, a real monster. This is the body it was gathering. Shadows to put. It was gathering shadows to put together, but.
Everyone, lend me your strength.
I will defeat this monster and return to you all. Final battle! Ow. What? Ow. That was close. I was doing all the wrong things to defend against them.
Impossible. What power is this? How can one human's power alone be enough to best me?
But yeah, I love this boss because, like I said, I love big RPG set piece bosses in fighting games.
Hino Kagutsuchi. That's what holds you back. The power I wield. The power we wield. It will never succumb to someone like you!
Silence, pest! I will not lose! I am stronger than anything!
Hino Kagutsushi's giant arm swings up high into the sky. This isn't good. If this place takes a direct hit from that enormous thing, never mind sweeping me off my feet, it could destroy the entire tower with all the quaking.
Suna.
Faster than I can call my persona, the other Izanagi flies towards Kagetsuchi from behind, slashing at its giant arm and knocking it back.
Adachi-san? What are you doing? I set everything up perfect for you, and you still didn't finish it off before I woke up.
The way he scratches his head and rolls his eyes, without a doubt, that's the Adachi-san I know. He did he save me? Up until now, he just dropped hints for us here and there, never doing anything to help us out directly. Seeing me surprised at the small change, noticeably only to those who know him, Adachi-san furrows his brow. He's displeased, in an ever so slightly embarrassed way.
Hey, what are you spacing out for? I don't have time to waste either. So let's hurry up and put it into this.
Right.
I can feel it. The two Izanagis responding to each other and melt into one. I've never felt this fusion of conflicting powers before. They eventually coalesce into a sword, which launches itself toward Hino Kagetsuchi's enormous roaring form.
Izanagi! Nagatsu Izanagi!
That's a badass CG. The giant sword, formed with the torrent of powers, pierces Hino Kagetsuchi and disperses its body into fragments.
Kagetsuchi! It's over!
And this is rather true to the myth. See, the Hino Kagetsuchi was the child of Izanagi and Izanami, but when Kagetsuchi was born, Izanami died in childbirth, and Izanagi took revenge, as it were, by killing him with by running him through with his naginata.
Impossible. How could I fall to this trickery of fans?
Hey, look, it's full moon tonight. After Hino Kagetsuchi's body crumbles away, the red fog disappears little by little from our sight. The area is covered in silence. The night sky turns back to its usual color, with a beautiful moon shining in the sky.
Your congratulations on winning the P1 Grand Prix.
The sudden voice surprises me, and I turn around. Standing there is a woman in deep azure-colored clothes. Adachi-san's nowhere to be seen.
What are you doing here?
Though what you just defeated now was different in form, it appeared to be another embodiment of man's consciousness that wishes for death. And suffice to say, I had my own reason to witness its end.
Your own reason, huh?
That is correct.
I don't really get it, but she probably means that she came to witness Hino Kagetsuchi's end. It's weird that they never actively mention Minato, the main character of P3, but I can kind of get why they're trying to keep it ambiguous, because well, Yuki is the first name, I believe. Minato Yuki. But like in I believe they're keeping that a bit ambiguous, because as a P3, it could be like either or. P3P, I mean. It's fine, since it's over now, but couldn't she have at least helped out a bit? Not that I'd ever say anything like that to her face. I've heard before that Elizabeth has her own wish, that trying to grant it was why she left the room. Maybe she's cooperating with us in her own way.
By the by, this tower will disappear momentarily.
Huh?
That's right, I completely forgot about that. This tower is a transient thing and that appeared in the red fog. And now that the fog is gone, this place will go back to its usual self, Yasugami High.
Can I ask a favor, Elizabeth?
A favor? Depending on what you ask, I'll have to demand payment.
I'm not sure about that. But can you please send all my friends in this tower somewhere safe?
Haha. If that is all you ask, it's as easy to grant as having an orange at a kotatsu.
You've actually used a kotatsu?
No, it was merely a figure of speech. I've never so much as seen a kotatsu. Very well then, I will transport your friends to somewhere safe as you wish. Oh, where would this somewhere safe be? Ah, yes, the perfect place has occurred to me. I shall send you all there.
I wish she wouldn't decide things like that on her own. It'd be nice if she'd just tell me where she's going to send us. But before I can ask her, she raises a hand and my vision fills with such brightness that I forget to argue. Wait, where is she sending us?
Well then, you. Hasta la vista, baby. Until the day we meet again. Farewell.
Yeah, I'll have to come back to this at some point in my own time, because there's a particular scene you unlock, and I need to fix this in order to do it.